Hello Amazon shoppers. So I have a waterproof phone bag, and one thing I like about this one, the documentation actually states that this one is capable of going up to 100 feet underwater, and that's good because the other ones do not document that. I know that you could jump in a swimming pool, you wouldn't have to worry about it, but knowing exactly how deep you can go, pretty good information to have. Plus it inspires more confidence when it says it's capable of going that deep. So generally what I usually do is just toss these things in overnight and see if they leak, and if they don't, they seem good enough, because I think generally speaking most people will not be exposing their phone to water or submersion for extremely long periods. So by any means, the bag that it comes in here has some contact information in the event you need it, so that's cool. Has instructions and information here, some special notes about the actual functionality and use. It does tell you to test it with a paper towel, which, like, I always use that as a test. I did put my phone inside the bag, and the cool thing about this bag is it's clear on both sides, so the camera still functions with very little to no issue, and you still have the ability to use your phone inside of the actual bag itself. And then you have warranty information, support information, things of that nature, and then of course the little example phone. So good little documentation, and you can attach this little included lanyard, which very easily is detachable, and of course that plugs into or attaches into here. Operation's very simple. You have these little pieces here, and you can see they just pass through, and you just fold it down, and you have a seal. So if you submerge this in water, not an issue. And like I said, you can go up to 100 feet with this, and you can put a phone in it measuring up to about 6 inches diagonally. One thing it may pose a bit of a challenge is a phone inside of a case. The thickness may become a problem. My phone's actually rather thick and somewhat large, HTC One M8, and I had no issue fitting it in the bag. It was snug, but it closed relatively easily, so not really a serious issue or problem. As you can see, there's not a ton of bubbles, or really any bubbles, coming from the unit, so there's no air escaping. And the paper towel, well, I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but I can see here that there's no indications of it getting wet or showing any signs of wetness. So now when you do open this thing up, or take out your phone or whatever, MP3 player or whatever you have in there, you do have to be careful, because when you open it, some of the little water that sits on the top right here, you may drop a little bit down in, which I am, right across the tip. So you can see the very top. Some of that was me grabbing it, but also when I opened it, the water drips just a couple drops. So probably best to turn it upside down when you open it, and shake off any excess water prior to opening it. So just a little tidbit of information there, a little tip, I guess. But other than that, it stays dry, it works fine, and I have a little bit of water to clean up off my table now from dropping this water everywhere as I emptied this container. Okay, so anyway, really cool. They documented it. It works fine, and because it's clear, you can use your cameras and everything still as well. So pretty cool. It's pretty much all I have to say. Just inspect it every so often, because it's just a type of plastic, and the seal could at some point break or fail, and around the top where the closure is, there's always a potential for failure over time, especially if it's handled roughly, or mishandled, I guess you could say. So just double check it every so often or before each use. Probably a good idea to use a paper towel or something like that. And other than that, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching.